Hi, Maddie! What's wrong?
I'm sick, Mary.
Sick? Sick? You've got an MLP episode to review.
Yeah, but I'm sick.
You can't be sick. It's not in the script. Hang on, let me check.
Can you stop breaking the fourth wall for 2 seconds? I'm sick. I'm going to end up behind on videos now because of it.
Aw, don't worry, Maddie. I'll take care of you.
Aw, that's so
You
sweet.
do realize you missed Gauntlet of Fire, right?
Wait, what? Keeping up with the release of these episodes is proving a little difficult, I have to admit. I always told myself to only release a review on an MLP episode if I have anything meaningful to say, or if I enjoyed it more than I expected to. So far, I have reviewed each episode of Season 6, though Gauntlet of Fire was a collab due to health issues and will be released a little later. But anyway, back to the subject at hand here. No Second Prances is an episode that was accidentally spoiled for me, and as a result, Trixie's return didn't have the same effect on me that it should have. I'm not going to hold that against the episode though, that wouldn't be fair. Because regardless of the spoiler, I really liked this episode. For me, this is the best of the season so far. Next to A Gift of Mod Pie, of course. But hey, I'm a Pinkie Pie fan. I kinda have to like the Pinkie Pie episode of any season more than any others. Because Pinkie Pie is best pony. I liked how the episode explored the friendships between two characters who are both trying to make amends for their past mistakes and feeling like they are being ostracized by Ponyville, which in this universe is the capital of friendship. But it was also nice that neither of the characters, at least as far as we know, is out for revenge on anyone in the episode, though Trixie doesn't really do much to, prove otherwise. Look at my face. Do I look like I'm plotting evilly? They're not exactly being paranoid about being ostracized by Ponyville. The citizens are being a little standoffish with both of them. Trixie and Starlight have a lot in common, though Trixie has the bigger ego. Starlight's main problem is acting on impulse, focusing on getting things done as quick as possible, and not being very observant or empathic. The problem with Starlight is that though she is trying to make friends, she is perhaps trying a little too hard. But is that really her fault? Especially when Princess Smile and Wave not only organises a dinner for her, Starlight and Princess Exposition, but also puts pressure on Starlight to invite a new friend to said dinner, and not only that, but expects her to make the new friend on the same day of said dinner? Come on, Twilight. Seriously, that's far too much pressure to place on someone. Friendship lesson 101. Knives are sharp. Who left the sharp implements with the crazy one? Twilight is a total control freak and always has been. This isn't really about trusting Starlight to make friends, it's more about Twilight learning to let Starlight make her own mistakes. Twilight still hasn't let go of what happened with Trixie in the past, and that's probably my biggest gripe with this episode. In comparison to what Starlight did, Trixie is strictly amateur hour. I've never really seen Trixie as a villain as much as a foil for Twilight personally. Apart from the whole, evil amulet thing, but we don't talk about that. Shh. Like with all acts of villainy, blame it on the jewellery. Honestly, my earrings make me do incredibly evil things, you have no idea. The problem here is that because Twilight still shows disdain toward Trixie, because, a leopard can't change its spots, Starlight can't help but see paralysed with her past and Trixie's, and can't see how Twilight can possibly treat her any different. Trixie is portrayed as someone who wants to one-up Twilight, and although it was never her intention to exploit Starlight in doing so, she didn't deny that she was happy that she bet Twilight at something as a result in spite of Starlight. Using someone to your own end, whether intentional or not, is a painful thing to go through on the receiving end. Never knowing if your friendships are true is a risk you have to take. I have to say something about the animation on Starlight here. You see her heartbreak. It really moved me. I suppose the subject of trust and figuring out whether or not someone is being authentic with you is one of my biggest fears when it comes to friendships. I can't stand people who are fake or put on some kind of performance off stage. As a character though, Trixie is a very interesting one to me. Her magic is about performance, but it's no longer about deceit. She's still a performer, but it's more about accomplishment than one-upmanship. Fortunately, the friendship between Trixie and Starlight is one that makes a lot of sense. They relate to each other. It's nice to see two characters reformed but still retain some of their angst and sarcasm. We don't want them to be reformed to the point of being perfect. That would make the show really boring. Reformed villains should retain their personalities but change their motives behind their actions. A reformed villain should always keep their abilities, in my opinion. That way, they're always walking the tightrope on figuring out their motives behind their actions. Twilight is also trying to prove herself to Princess Exposition and is also using Starlight to do so, though it isn't her intention. Starlight is caught in the middle here, unsure now of who to trust or let herself get close to. What's nice is that Twilight is still a mentor, but shows she can still make mistakes of her own, so is still learning. She's learning about giving her students space and letting her make her own friends, just as Celestia did for her. Because of the subject matter in this episode, I perhaps took it a little more seriously than I should have, but hey, this is why I love this show. One episode can make you laugh till your sides hurt, while another can really hit home on the subject matter that it covers. I find the lesson was one learned by Twilight more than Starlight, but it's nice to see some more development with Starlight anyway. And although I do doubt we'll see Trixie again, it was nice for her to be back. But let's not have too much of a good thing, okay? I like Trixie, but let's not ruin what I thought was a closed character arc. This was a good episode going back to what MLP does best, slice of life dealings with friendships. It may sound incredibly cheesy, and it is, but not many other shows deal with issues like these in such a straightforward way without it feeling like they're simplifying it down deliberately to cater to a younger audience. This is an episode someone of any age can appreciate and relate to. Keep it up, MLP. This was a good episode. More like it, please. I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video, and before you go, don't forget to click that like button and check out some of my other content too. And hey, if you really like what you saw and want to see more, go ahead and click subscribe. Don't forget you can also show your support by following the official Mad Munchkin Facebook page for convention announcements, as well as links to my 2 online shops where you can purchase some of my artwork. Also keep an eye out on the DeviantArt page for announcements on when I am open for commissioned work. Don't forget you can also show your support by becoming a patron on my Patreon page, where you can win exclusive rewards like badges, stickers, discounts on commissions, and limited edition personally signed prints, as well as giving me ideas for what to cover in future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon.